Well, I just want to say real quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Welcome to the SAYMICHAEL podcast. I did y'all with a little quick 2-pack. A second drop. With a guest. Oh, yeah. Welcome to a bonus episode of the SAYMICHAEL podcast. This is going to be a special one because this episode involves someone really near and very dear to me. Someone that has helped me triumph and has also pulled me down, pulled me down every now and then. But I love this woman, her heart, her kindness. She's brilliant, super creative, fashionable, stunning. It's my beautiful wife, Bly Aigbedion.
Wow. I thought your mom was here.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't be talking about me.
Man, that was good, right?
That was good.
Yeah, I didn't. It's funny because when I talk, I think, what if I said drag you down? Someone's gonna be out there like, oh man, that really sucks for them. But it's nothing like that. But yeah. I said I'm gonna bring y'all. No, I didn't say this. This is something I said before on the podcast. Before I even recorded the first one, I'm gonna bring you a 2-pack. I'm gonna drop a 2-pack. I had to get my wife out of bed.
I know.
Yeah, she's like, I want to do it. I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. And then next you know, she's in the bed, half asleep. Pull her out, and I said, "What's good? Let's do this." But this is gonna be a special one, just because she gives. Okay, when you're driving, you have the side view mirror, and they have that little light that pops up when someone's in your blind spot. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, you're that light. So when I'm moving down this road I call life, Bly could always see things I don't see. Yeah, it gives me the insight of the things I overlook. Sometimes I think it might be a me thing, or it could be a man thing, or both.
I think both, for sure.
That there's blind spots?
Yes.
Do I help you with blind spots?
Yeah, you do.
I do?
You do.
Get out of here. Man. You do but yeah, I have a lot of blind spots. And when someone's there on your side to kind of tell you what you don't see, that's what makes you better. Because some people think they can make themselves better on their own, but it's not possible. You have to have someone there who truly values you, loves you, and wants to see you grow. And those type of people will give you the truth. And not everyone wants the truth. The truth
is true.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing to give, and it's the hardest thing to take.
Yes.
Why is that? Why is that the case?
Because it could be too honest, brutally honest. Some people don't want to hear the truth.
Well, I want to hear the truth.
Yeah, but some people would rather you sugarcoat it.
That's interesting. Even for myself, hearing the truth, I'd rather hear the truth. But then also, if I don't ask for anything, why are you telling me anything? You know what I mean? Because some people, be like, oh, this person, he got a big ass nose. It's like, you don't have to talk about someone like that. They're like, nah, it's the truth. It's like,
you don't have to be mean.
You can be
honest and not hurt someone's feelings while being honest
with them about.
The nose thing is just stupid. You shouldn't even.
Yeah. But I'm just saying in general, like, what's an example of that? I'm trying to think. how do you how are you nice, and how you do it in a nice way? How do you tell someone the truth in a nice way?
I think it's the way you say it.
Yeah, because I think of things that, like, okay, if I had a breath issue, you know, and I don't know I have a breath issue. So this is more of a, rather than a breath, this is more of a self-awareness issue. You're right. So the truth is, you know, my breath is like fire, you know,
Kicking.
yeah. But I don't, for some reason, maybe I'm trying to hide it, or I'm not hiding it very well. How do you tell me something like that without me without destroying my world?
As my husband, I was just
No, not a husband,
okay.
not a husband, because
I'm about to say, because
you could just tell
your
yeah.
toothbrushes every other week, put a brand new one.
No.
We switching out toothpastes,
Oh
just
my
trying them
God.
out, different mouthwashes, just to see what works, what doesn't work. That's the way I would tell you.
No, I'm talking about someone that a coworker. No, what's a good example of somebody that security guard that you see who talks to you all the time. You talk to this security guard at least maybe once a week, and every time he talks to you, it's fire. And then think about it, that might be hurting him in his growth because he doesn't know that this is an issue. But how do you tell someone something like that nicely?
That's hard.
I don't think there is a way.
I don't think there is a way, unless every time you just have mints on you, you just randomly go find him just to be like, here, you want one?
Man, you know,
Until he gets the hint.
or, you know, they might put a bandage over it, and you know what I mean? They say, like, you want some gum, and that doesn't actually help the issue.
No, you got something rotten.
Yeah, and then that gum adds that sugar.
Let's not talk about it. It's so disgusting.
Yeah. So yeah, today is Monday, December 30th. It's 11:13 right now. This is SAYMICHAEL podcast, giving these listeners a 2-pack, a double dose, same night. But yesterday there was a shooting that happened at a church. What was interesting about this is that the gunman. Listen to this. Do you know how it happened?
Yes.
Okay. For those who don't know, if there is anybody else other than us listening, the gunman was an older gentleman with a long barrel shotgun in the back pew, and he pulled it out, shot 2 people, which I think ended up dying.
I'm not sure.
Not sure. So. Yeah, I think. And,
allegedly.
Yeah. And 2 volunteer guard, like, what was it?
Like 2 church people.
Yeah, but they're trained.
Yeah, had guns on them.
Yeah, had guns on them. Took them down seconds. And if that's not like the most amazing thing ever.
I know.
Imagine, I'm not sure what type of, goals he had or anything like that, but imagine like the lives that they saved,
It's pretty crazy to think that you have to even carry a gun into church.
Yeah, no.
That's weird to me.
But they loosened up in the laws to say that you could carry and conceal a gun in churches, which I think you're going to probably be able to probably have everywhere. If that's the case.
I think so. You remember I told you a couple of months ago, a guy came into the store and as he was pulling out something out of his pocket, a wallet or something, he had a gun on him. And he even mentioned it to me. I thought that was so weird.
Which store? It's just for those who hear Bly works at Gucci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Been there for 5 years and can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah. Can we get to know you? So you're from New Orleans.
I am. If you don't hear my accent, it's enough.
Yeah. Do you miss it?
I do. I miss it. I mean, there's a few things that I miss about it. Obviously, the food, the culture, my family, my friends. There's always something to do.
Man.
The festivities.
Does it get boring though? Like,
no, never.
It's always live.
Always. I mean, they say Vegas is the city that never sleeps, but New Orleans is up there too. Like every day, there's always something to do.
Can they see you? Can you?
I don't know.
Based on like should you have it like under?
I think they can see me. I think it's good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have a little sister that you mentor, correct?
More like she mentors me.
Man.
And I have an older brother. We're all 2 years apart. We're all really close.
Me and my brother, 18 months apart. Me and my sister, 18 months apart.
Well, if you want to be like exact, my brother and I are 2 years apart. My sister and I are 17 months apart.
Wow.
So that's why we're like this.
Yeah, we had me and Bly, we had both our boys, our only boys, 15 months apart.
I know.
Back to back. And
what were you even thinking?
Yeah, I know. And look, we were suggested, recommended. My mom.
Get him out the way.
Yeah, go back to back. You need to go fast.
Get him out the way.
Because if you wait too long, you will not want to have more kids. Which is true.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have a young sister, older brother.
I do.
And how are your parents?
My parents are good. They're still in New Orleans. My brother's in New Orleans. My sister is in Houston. She's always all over the place. But
those who don't know, Bly is a little multi-talented. She could speak a couple languages.
A couple? Well, yeah. That's true. Only two.
Yeah.
Only two.
A couple languages. You sounded good, right? She can speak a couple languages. But one's English and the other one is sign language.
Sign language is my first language.
Yeah, and it's crazy because even our boys get into the sign language, especially when her mom is here. But there's a few advantages. Look, I told myself I'm going to learn sign language. I haven't learned it yet, but
you learned a lot though.
Yeah.
You've come.
I have a lot more to learn though.
You do, but you can at least communicate with my parents, which is really cool.
Yeah. And when it comes to sign language, the advantage you have is that you could have a private conversation like in front of everybody.
This is true.
Like really quick. And I'm like, man, if that's like a low key, like a superpower.
You think so?
Yeah, because there's all times where, okay, if you're in a place where most, also another fact is that both your parents are deaf.
My mom was born deaf, but my dad was not.
Okay.
Yes. He was sick when he was like an infant and had like a really high fever and lost his hearing.
So back to what I'm like. No, but when it comes to a room with people who are hearing impaired, it's not a superpower. Actually, it's not even close to a superpower.
It's just weird because it's my first language, so it's normal to me. But when people see me out speaking sign language, and they're like, "Whoa, you can speak sign language." To me, it's just like, okay, you can speak Spanish. It's kind of the same thing to me. Yeah,
but it just seems so. When you use your hands to do something, and literally communicating something that like you literally all you have to use is your hand and your eyes, like nothing with the ears. It's a little like boggling.
I mean, it is kind of cool.
Yeah, because when there's like a lot of people in a room and you want to kind of communicate across the room, you could just throw a sign up, and I mean it's amazing. But so you said you were working at Gucci. You've been working there for
5 years.
How's that experience been?
I love it. When I first started, we were just a luxury brand. Everybody knew us, but it wasn't like crazy big. And then about 2 years in, we switched designers, and Gucci just blew up all over again. So it's been extremely exciting every single day, just meeting new people. And our clients, they're getting younger and younger. And even yesterday, I helped the 18-year-old who was turning 19 today, bought a pair of sneakers that are $1,600.
You see,
Cash.
it's changing.
Cash.
It's changing.
When I was 18, I was not buying $1,600 sneakers. Definitely not cash.
$1,600.
And he told me, I'm buying them because tomorrow's my birthday. I'm turning 19. I'm going to turn up. I'm like, dude.
Wow.
These are $1,599. He didn't even ask me how much it was. He just knows that all the rappers are wearing it. He wants them for his 19th birthday. He's turning up.
Wow.
And he bought them.
$1,600. That's at 18.
That's at 18.
What's the youngest person that's came?
Oh, my goodness. This little boy, he's 10. Well, he's not 10 anymore, but when I first started, he was my youngest client. And he was like this little short, little chubby boy. He would just walk in like a grown man with all his little friends. Not even with his parents, just with his friends. And he would buy his friends whatever they wanted. And he would pull a stack out. He was 10.
Wow.
A little Rolex, little Burberry button-up shirt, like dressed like a little man. And he would just buy whatever they wanted, some shoes, backpack, and he would just pay cash. 10.
Do you think that giving your child, obviously, I don't think he earns it. I mean, that one kid, the 8-year-old, 26 million on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that guy. So obviously this kid, like, do you think that there should be not a limit on people who could buy, but it's more like, is it dangerous for a child below a certain age to be spending high amounts on, I would say, superficial things at an early age?
For me, yes. I don't believe in that. Obviously, I haven't purchased the boys any Gucci stuff, but if you got it, I mean, I'm sure Beyonce is buying all her kids Gucci.
Is that by design? Like, you don't want the boys to have?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a waste of money because they grow so fast. I mean, if I'm buying them $300 sneakers every other month, when I could be buying them $60 sneakers every other month, I would rather that, but that's just me. Once they get older and they can appreciate the value of the brand and all luxury brands, then yes. And if they can take care of it and all that good stuff, then yeah, I don't mind buying it for them or them buying it themselves. So
it's not really a problem just as long as they understand?
I feel like they have to understand it, appreciate it, take care of it. You can't just put on $600 sneakers and go kick, soccer in it. Like, you have to understand that these are nice shoes. You need to take care of it. You need to clean it. You can only wear it certain times. Really appreciate it.
It's a lot of maintenance.
Yes, it is. That's why we'll just stick with Nikes.
Yeah, stick with the Nikes.
The Nikes.
So you've been in Dallas how long?
Oh my God. So in February it'll be like 7
years.
I think 7 years. I think I moved here 2013. No, was it 2013? It might have been 2012 actually. I don't know, I can't remember.
And what's your impression of Dallas? What's your real impression?
Okay, so my real impression, I like it. I mean, it's I feel like everybody just kind of stays to themselves. You go to work, go home to your family. Your kids are in good schools. You're in good neighborhoods.
What about the social?
Just mind your business.
What about the social scene compared to?
There is no social scene. I mean, if there is, I don't know anything about it. I feel like I always find out after the event,
Yeah, I know.
So I never find out about these fashion shows or these little galas or anything like that.
In Houston, it's like in the air. Like, everyone knows.
I think there's so many young people in Houston that's just popping that you have no choice but to know. In Dallas, everybody's so spread out. It's like you just don't know what's happening until after the fact. So I never get to know about any of these events that goes on. But I always, find good stuff for us to go to.
Yeah, she does. She's always finding those gems. I'm Dallas born and raised.
Yes.
I'm first generation Nigerian. Parents came here in the late 70s. Had your boy in the 80s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
80s baby.
And the life hasn't been the same ever since.
No, it has not.
It has not been the same ever since.
It's been a roller coaster for them.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and I love Dallas. I think that Dallas is a great business place.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It is clean.
Super clean. Every Monday, you can look forward to the street sweepers, like these big, huge, like sweepers and vacuums coming out every Monday. Like, I'm not even sure if it's every Monday.
I'm like, I don't even notice it.
But well, I know they for sure clean the tollway, which Dallas is full of tollways. But
yes,
yeah, that's a little. And I'm really against tollways. I think they're illegal.
but you take it anyway.
Illegally, you know what I mean? You know what they call those people who take the tollway illegally?
What?
Scofflaws. If you're a scofflaw, which is like SCOF, I'm not sure if there's two F's, LAW, scofflaw.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's like if you take the tollway but evade the fees.
Well, I did that my first year living here. Somebody told me, "Oh, you have a Louisiana license plate. You should be good."
Man, that one right there, that pure lie where someone's like,
"Oh my god,
hey, if you got a license plate that's out of town, you can just take the tollway. They won't even charge you."
When I tell you, I got that bill.
It
was like over $1,000. I said, "Oh my god, they lied to me." And then my first check at Gucci, I just paid it off.
Man,
and the lady who worked at the toll place was like, "Oh my god, God bless you."
And you played. Oh my god.
She said that to me. She said, "God bless you."
And that was right before they changed the rules on the tollway because they took away those fees. But I'm pretty sure that bill was really maybe $100, and they just.
No, I was taking the tollway to and from work every single day. I racked up that bill.
So, do you take the tollway now?
I do. I take it, even though you don't know because I hurry up and pay the bill before you see it. But I take it every now and then. If I'm running late for work and there's like traffic build up, I'm like, okay, gotta take the toll. Other than that, no.
Yeah, I need to take the toll. I need to get back to that because it's convenient. But I don't believe in it. I think it's wrong.
I think it's wrong too.
Okay, let me tell you why. Look, it's wrong because you build the road, use taxpayer dollars. Okay, cool. You maintain that road, but then there's a better route based on the growth of that city. And then you have outsiders come in to invest in a road that's a better route, and charge on that road that you're already paying to be on the road for tires, maintenance, the car itself.
It's ridiculous.
Everything. And then even employers, they don't even give you that back of what you spend in total. Some clients of mine spend $6,000 to $7,000 a year per vehicle. Crazy. Yeah, for tolls. That's crazy. And it's not
a toll tag though. If they're paying that much,
I think you can. If you commute,
well, that's true.
If you commute like an hour or 2 hours,
yeah,
like it starts to rack up. So you in a single day, you could easily do $6 to $7.
Yeah, that's true.
And then when you get off and get on, charges you again.
Yeah,
that's wild. So, I'm really against that. But what do you think people want to know? Like, do you think people want to know a little bit more about us? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, for the people who don't really know us, I guess.
Yeah, like if you get bonus episodes like this one with special guests, a special co-host, someone as special as my wife, what do y'all want to know? Like, what questions do y'all have? Like, because if she's like this softer, nurturing, female perspective,
kind of, but not really, I guess.
Yeah, then I want to know, like how could I, be a better, I guess, co-host with you?
Mm-hmm.
I guess you just have to decide on what people want to hear. Because when it comes to raising kids, I don't know if we can help you there.
No, we cannot. We're pretty good parents, though.
I can tell you about.
We're great parents.
Yeah, I get the easiest advice to give is based on something that has already happened. So when it's like, our boys are 4 and 3, so anything before that, we could help people with.
That's very true.
Yeah, anything that's like, just kids in general. No, there's no way, because like there's no, so helping in that area, also, you know, seeing my blind spots or talking about things that are happening that I just might not be able to chime in on very well.
That's true.
Or
even like relationship advice. I mean, we can't really give relationship advice.
What?
But if y'all have relationship questions.
Why can't we give relationship? That's like rude?
I guess we can. No, it's not rude. I mean, I don't like to give advice if no one asks.
First off, I sometimes hate advice. But look, advice.
I hate it when I don't ask.
No, I get advice unasked or unprovoked. Is usually, like they give you advice if they worry about you.
Right.
And I feel like I don't really want people to worry about me.
I'm sure they don't worry about you.
Yeah, but when someone's like, you know what you should do? Have you ever thought of? And that's the worst. It's like, when they give you like some advice and you say something like, oh, okay, cool. Could you help me achieve that? Can you do it with me?
Oh, I've never done that before.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the best advice.
Yeah. Oh,
I love that advice.
My uncle did that actually. That's where I saw it from. Oh, you saw it.
Can you give me your uncle's phone number?
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm going through.
Yeah.
I'm not really. I take advice. I appreciate it because it's free. So I'll take all advice and I'll argue. I just really want to like listen, but it's almost like 99% of it you're not even in the ballpark. But if you are, I'm always all ears. Even sometimes like right now, because the people who've been through something, those are the people I want to hear. Mm-hmm. I want to hear from those people because, they don't have to give you some type of response or some type of something that they'll give you an example of when it happened to them. Those are the things that I hope that we could do. Give y'all real examples,
right?
To what we're doing because as a family, we make a lot of decisions that are, pushing towards the growth. Well, we learn from what our parents, taught us, and how to instill that in our kids, and it's not easy. You're busy, you have a crazy like retail schedule.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And you heard that?
I think that was a car outside. Oh, that might have been our neighbors with their Camaros, or Corvettes or whatever they have.
Or it could what was it? What was it saying?
Oh, just our lifestyles. And, but the cool part is that we were raised very similar. Mm-hmm. So we have the same beliefs on how we should raise our kids.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool too. Because most people don't have that. Like most people, it's like the husband was raised one certain way and the wife was raised a different way. So now they're trying to raise kids and find that happy medium where we are just on the same page because we were basically raised very similar. Man,
super similar. Like, get you a New Orleans girl.
You know what I'm saying? Just treat yourself.
Get you a Nolans girl.
Just treat yourself.
Get you a Nolans girl.
Just try it. Just try it. I promise you.
Well,
it won't disappoint you.
Well, this is fun. This is.
I love this. Y'all will be expecting to see me every episode. No, I'm just kidding.
It's hard thinking, like, when you're just off the cuff, say, okay, what am I just going to say to help somebody? You can't really be like, there has to be something specific when someone's like, this is what I'm going through. You can't just give general advice, right?
Right.
Is there something you would want to shed or share before we give this a wrap? Well,
2020 is popping up.
I'm super excited about 2020.
I know, right?
What are you doing in 2020?
Well, we had this discussion earlier, so it's just me focusing on myself as a mom, as a wife, as a sister, as a daughter. All those titles, you kind of lose yourself, especially when you're a mom and a wife. You definitely put yourself last, and I'm taking that back. I'm going to focus on myself and focus on what it is that I want to do, find what my passion is, and go for it.
Is it that you're making these changes because it's it's a little overwhelming a little bit
It
on you, or
is.
is it exhausting? Or
No, it's hard when you are a full-time mom and a full-time employer or employee, um, and you just kick ass at work, and then you got to come home and kick ass as a wife and kick ass as a mom, and it kind of exhausts you sometimes because you can't be mediocre at any one of those.
yeah, it's true.
So, yeah, I just want to like work on myself, and just not feel guilty when it's time for me to take those me time moments. So I think that's what I'm really going to do. I'm not putting anybody, obviously to the side. I'm not putting you to the side of the kids, but I'm going to step up a little bit to take care of myself.
Yeah, not feel guilty.
And not feel guilty because you already know.
Yeah.
Man, I be feeling guilty.
Man. But every time I hear a woman talk about this same type of experience, it's the feeling of guilt.
Always. Even when I take a nap. If it's like, I know I need an hour nap, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take 20 minutes because I feel guilty that my husband is watching the kids when I should be watching the kids.
You feel that way?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like people never talk about how hard it is on the dads. But it's not really too hard on the dads,
see,
though,
the thing is, you're the fun parent.
Mm-hmm.
You have fun with the boys. I'm more of the parent that disciplines and have rules and structure.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's not hard on you because you just have fun with them.
Yeah, it's
hard on me because I'm like, we need structure
mm-hmm.
and rules and.
But so you don't think it on dad? You know what's hard for dads is protecting. Because you have to make differently, right?
Differently.
In what ways?
Well, I mean,
what are you gonna do? You gonna go out and get a gun and protect the family?
See, I feel like with moms, our senses are more heightened to protect the child within the home or outside.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
With dads, y'all don't get that same gut feeling that we get when we sense danger. Y'all don't sense that. I don't think y'all do.
No.
Yeah.
We do sense danger. Why would
I mean, you do, but when it's like the kids, like y'all just let them run free into the park. Like, just go have a good time. I'm gonna be here on my phone if you need me. A mom, she's like doing the monkey bars with the child.
No,
like,
because men, at least in my personal experience, are more trusting.
No, it's not that. Okay, it's not that.
Let them run around, and we're not like blind. We don't hover right above.
And I hover because I'm like, there's crazy people. I'm like peeping the guy that's walking his dog past the park, the playground. I'm peeping the guy sitting in his car reading a newspaper in the parking lot next to the park. Like, I notice those things. Men don't notice those things unless a guy walks up to the park and he's just like screaming crazy. Then you're like, okay, something's not right.
Well, no, that happened to me where I'm over here, man, I almost died. I'm over here. I'm in the park with my boys, and I have my headphones in, and I had the
headphones in.
Yeah, exactly. To hear what's on my phone, but
exactly.
A policeman walked up to me, and then huge guy, and I looked up. I'm sitting down. I look up, and he's just hovering over me, and he's talking to me. I can't hear him, and as I'm taking my AirPods out, my hands are shaking. I'm like, oh man, what's about to happen? Mm-mm. And then he says, and I took it off, and he said, how long you been here? And I was thinking, I need to lie. I said, that's the first thing I said. He said, how long you been here? I was like, about an hour, and then he was like, did you see some crazy guy? I was like, oh. I was relieved. He said, you see some crazy guy around here screaming? I was like, yeah, I saw that guy. He's screaming like crazy. Curse words, everything. I think he's crazy. It's like, yeah, he's been here every few days. I was like, oh, you haven't got him? He says, no, we keep getting him. He keeps coming back. He's just kind of like.
And you know who else keeps coming back?
No.
You and my kids.
Yeah, but I always got him. That's weird though when he says he always comes back, but it makes me think like
it's weird, right? Does he even live in that neighborhood?
You can live anywhere.
See
you can live in. You don't need a You don't need someone to dictate you as a human being based on where you live.
Me as a mom, I'll be taking them to another park. I'll be building them a park in my backyard.
Bly, she wanted her. She said when you play me, like when you're not playing, when you introduce me, she wanted me to introduce her.
Oh yes, we forgot.
With do y'all hold on? Do y'all know the significance of it? I know y'all don't know.
Come on, y'all know. I'm sure y'all been to plenty parties with me, plenty weddings. When this song drops, mid combo, I don't care. Like I don't care. Man,
the only part that matters is Juvenile.
Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 in the 2000.
Ooh, look, I'm about to.
Wow, that was fire.
That is my all-time favorite song.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Like number one?
Number one. I mean, you know, I love like Prince and all those Michael Jacksons, but you know, my number one, Ratchet, Get Crazy, like that's there.
You know the version of that song for
the Drake song?
No, okay, so when this comes on, right? That's at the same level. Mm-hmm. When you're at a Nigerian party, and then let me see if this works. Let's see.
Oh, is this what I think you about to play?
Let's see if it plays. Old school Nigerians know. Oh.
Tout a changé de côté, oh. Waribana, elle a changé de côté, oh. Nangere, nangere, wa. Nangere, nangere, wa. Nangere, nangere, wa. Nangere, nangere, wa.
Wow.
Man, if you don't know, Michael and I love to dance.
Love it. It's one of my favorite things to do ever.
Yes.
I think that is probably the second best freestyle workout you could get on the streets.
Even the boys are like loving dancing.
Love dancing.
They love it. It's crazy.
Yeah, can't stop, won't stop when I hit the dance floor though. But this was again a 2-pack that we just gave you, a double.
A double dipper.
No. Look, I know it's not perfect. It's not perfect.
It's not supposed to be.
And this is, again, we're just starting out. We're giving it everything we got. Everything we got.
He woke me up.
Everything we got.
So I'm definitely giving you everything I got right now.
Yeah, and I know you'll enjoy it. Again, appreciate you joining us.
This was fun.
And we'll see you later.